This is our brewery, Lokahi Brewing. We built it basically through the pandemic, pretty much what we did, which helped me a lot because I like to stay busy. And so to be locked in my house would have been really, really hard for me. So fortunately, I had a pretty big project to keep me busy. We brew everything right here. Our flagship beers is definitely the Honey Macadamia Nut Brown. The haze has been pretty popular as well. But that Honey Macadamia Nut Brown, my business partner Rick was brewing before I ever met him. And when I did meet him and we built the brick oven in his backyard together, he had a big party once the brick oven was done. And then he had the Honey Macadamia Nut Brown on draft. So I tasted it, I was like, wow, this is amazing. We should be selling this. And yeah, that's how we kind of started the brainstorm on how do we make it happen. Took brewing classes, took kind of like business classes on brewing, as far as running a brewery, where you get your ingredients, all those things you got to kind of figure out. And then, yeah, so here we are.
They've been building this brewery for like over 2 years, like prior to opening or 1 year before opening?
Yep, so we signed a lease in January 2019. We didn't open until May 2021. But the landlord had a lot of work to do. This was a shell of a building, didn't have running water, didn't have electricity. We redid all of that stuff.
That's awesome.
So the pandemic slowed it down a little bit, but in some ways it also let us take our time and build it correctly. The landlord was amazing. The landlord was very, very understanding. Really helped us out quite a bit.
Awesome. What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink? Oh, right now, I actually really love the Adulteress right now. That's probably my favorite beer right now. Flores Guava is amazing as well. I definitely still like my bitterness in my beers. The Honolulu Haze is also one of my favorites. I kind of designed that myself to like my palate, what I like. Yeah, those are typically my favorite beers right now.
Awesome. And you can just pour the brewery from this place right here, I guess? That's how
yeah,
we
the
serve
taps.
the customers?
Yep, that's our taps. All the beers in the cooler right on the other side of that wall.
Oh.
And it's just, it goes right into a cooler, right into the kegs. So our beer literally goes from like there to there to there to you.
Awesome. So how many brewery you have right here? Do you want to show us?
Sure.
How are you? Love the process.
This here is our brew house and brewery. So it starts over to this side. We'll actually build all the grain. We'll put it into the top. So this is actually what's considered a combination tank. The bottom half is just hot water, and the top half actually is what they call a mash tun. So in the mash tun, you'll put all the grain. You have this big steel rake that stirs it up, kind of loosens all that grain, gets all the sugars out, and then we'll take all that, we'll kind of strain it, and we'll pump it into the boil kettle. The boil kettle's over here. We'll rinse that grain a little bit more, put more in the boil kettle. Then we'll boil what they call wort. At this point, it's called wort because it doesn't have any alcohol in it yet. So you'll boil the wort in here from anywhere 60 to 120 minutes, depending on the beer style or what you're trying to make. Then you run it through this plate chiller right here. This is it cools down the beer so that you can put it into the fermenters. Then you'll put it into one of these 6 fermenters. All these are doing is fermenting. They're all temperature controlled. They're jacketed. So by jacketed, it means it has an inside wall and an outside wall. So there's a cooling gel that runs in between this inside wall and this outside wall, and you can literally set it on a thermostat, and that thermostat talks to a valve that basically tells it when to open and close. And all these hoses and everything is under about 15 pounds of pressure right now. There's a big chiller on the roof with a pump, and it pumps all this cooling gel through all these fermenters, and you can temperature control it. So different yeast like different temperatures. That's the temperature and when they will create the flavor profile that we're striving for. So each one of these has to be individually controlled. Then after it ferments, we can also carbonate in here. We'll drain off all the used yeast. Some of the solids that were in the wort have dropped to the bottom, and we'll drain them all off, carbonate the beer, and put it in a keg, and then serve it up and serve it to you.
That's great.
Thank you.
I love the process of the brewery. And you have like 1, 2, 3. I guess that's the 4th, or
So
just 3 of them.
these 6 are fermenters.
6. Yeah,
Yep.
the doubled
Yep, they're stacked fermenters, which is extremely rare.
space.
And so But once they come out of there, we can put a different beer in there. So we can make a beer in here, put it into a keg, and then put the kegs in the cooler, and then we can put a different beer in here.
Oh.
So each one of these is just like a holding vessel to ferment the wort, turn it into beer, carbonate it, and then we put it into a keg, and then we put the keg in the cooler. And then we serve from kegs. So the beer comes out of the keg to the beer tap into the glass. So, and then we'll put a different beer in here.
I see. So under this wall, you have a cooler, and then you have beer inside of the behind the wall, I guess.
You see it?
Yeah.
Good. So here's the walk-in cooler. Again, all custom made.
Wow. Okay, to get to the cooler, guys.
Into the cooler.
Super cool. Oh, it's so cold.
Yeah, it's cool. And then so all our beer lines. This is the beer taps right here. That goes to the other side of the wall where we pull the handles. Yep, and then they all go to different hoses, through different regulators. And all this is also on CO2, so it's all pressurized and pushes the beer, carbonates the beer.
And we could secure the beer inside of this, in this wall, behind the wall, I guess.
Yep.
Awesome.
Secures it, keeps it cold.
And
We
keep
built this
some
cooler
beer
ourselves.
here.
It's all custom made.
Wow, that's
Because
amazing.
we wanted it to be like 9 1/4 by like 11 1/2 feet to fit our brewery space perfectly. And nobody makes coolers that size, so we had to make it ourselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You cold yet?
A little bit.
Just push,
Okay,
just
B,
push.
try to get out.
Just push.
Oh,
Give it a
we
kick.
locked.
Give it a kick.
We're locked, guys. We're locked. Oh, we're survived. All right. Do you mind to show us the upstairs? The interior design is also amazing here.
Thank you.
Our owner here is super smart, saving space and budget. That's a way to run the business, guys. All right, let's follow him to the second floor.
Upstairs, we have local artists who put their work on the wall. We allow them to sell their artwork here. We don't charge them any commission. We truly just want to support the community. And we're fortunate enough to have this artwork on our wall. We feel very lucky to have this here. So we don't need any support.
We're supporting the local artists as well, so if you guys are interested to purchase any of this artwork, just let the owner know. And more artwork
Clay
over
over
here.
That's Trevor over there. This is David
beautiful.
King over here. And his work is so solid. Like it's really well built pieces of wood. And it's like heavy duty stuff.
It's wood.
Yeah, underneath it's all wood and epoxy coated. And yeah, just super heavy duty. Very, very.
So those are all available for purchase?
Correct.
Awesome. This is such a creative idea. People get a chance to sell their stuff.
I love collabs. I love meeting new people. I love to think about the view, you know, where you're at, what do you see, you know, the lights.
I like this warehouse space because then, you know, you save the space and then budget, and it's very modern and creative.
Yeah, extremely modern, creative, and still, but I want it to be rugged, masculine, but I still want it to be crisp and clean and comfortable. You know.
Totally. I think this is amazing, guys. What do you think? All right, let's take a walk around our own. Thank you so much, Dan.
No problem, my pleasure, thank you.
Love your place. We're
you.
definitely gonna host a party. Hopefully, Taylor's birthday party will be here.
27.
Yeah.
What's on top of that cheese is amazing.
Cheese
I would
balls.
drink that stuff.
And this is a little taco, I guess.
Yep, little mini tacos.
And this one. What about this one?
That is the chicken slider.
Chicken.
Yep.
And with the mayo sauce, I guess.
Yep, spicy mayo.
Pretty.
Let's take nice pictures.
And what
Say
about this
thank
one?
you.
That is a pastrami flatbread, and then bacon burger sliders with fries.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dan.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Awesome. So let's talk about menu. Do you have any special menu or happy hour?
No happy
Any
hour.
events
but
going on?
Tuesdays, we're doing industry night. So 25% off on Tuesdays. We're also dialing in the taco menu for Tuesdays. So I love Mexican food. Taco Tuesdays is going to be like Taco Tuesdays on steroids. It's going to be, you know, enchiladas, chicken mole, nachos. We're gonna have like a really
like
heavy
a special menu.
Yeah, special menu on Tuesdays, as well as 25% off drinks for industry folks.
You guys heard it, Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
Special menu here.
Industry folks work so hard. Like, it's one thing I've learned. I haven't been in this industry in over 20 years.
Yeah.
So getting back into it, I just realized how hard these people work.
24/7.
Yeah.
For sure.
24/7.
It's all on your own.
Yeah, and it's just it's a lot of work. I really respect industry people more now than I think ever before. I think it's so healthy for everybody to do industry work, like service industry, at least at one point in their lives, because they'll just understand how hard it really is.
Definitely.
And then Wednesday, we're doing Wednesday night at the movies now. So we have a movie screen that we pull down right here,
Oh.
the projector over there on that wall.
Oh, look, guys, those are the projectors, and then we're gonna stream in front of this wall right here, guys. Just trying to show you this wall. So we're gonna put the projector when we go down. When we go down, we can see it better.
And then Thursdays we do trivia. Those are very popular nights. Our trivia's been pretty busy.
Three of us, yeah.
On Thursday, and then Fridays and Saturdays will just be busy as normal. We do have the tent outside on the weekends. We're going to be doing Saturday, Sunday brunches as well. And then the menu's going to continue to change. So one thing that I love is creativity. I love to change things up. I always like change. I'm a person who always loves change. So we're always going to be changing beer flavors. We're also going to be changing food flavors. So we'll have our favorites. Want to keep those around, but we'll always try new foods. We're going to bring in creative chefs, young creative chefs, and let them, put stuff on our menu and see how it goes. Just get a good experience.
Let the young people do their thing.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I couldn't imagine being a chef, having a creative side, and being told what to cook every day.
Yeah.
Like, if you're an artist and being told what to paint, that can't be that fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to let them be creative, cook what they want to cook, and I think it's a good experience and it's going to be a good time.
I wish my boss was like that.
So you don't have any monthly specials?
Not yet. Not yet, but I think as we dial in the permanent chef, we will probably have a little more monthly specials, things like that. Just specials in general, but the best thing they can do is follow us on social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook. We'll always be putting updates up there as far as what the specials are coming out. That's really the best way to probably get information on the changes and specials.
And by the way, guys, our beer here really have a good price compared with Waikiki, so you may want to check it out.
It's very expensive.
Waikiki will have to wait for happy hour to drink the beer, but here we don't have to wait. We can just drink it.
Yeah, that's kind of our goal, is to be moderately priced, from the beginning. And so that have a nice price point that we don't necessarily need a happy hour. But our goal is definitely to be very, very customer service forward as well. So.
Yeah, but every hour is a happy hour.
Yeah, every hour you're drinking is definitely a happy hour, right?
All right, awesome,
Okay.
Dan. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. Thank you. Cheers.